Lesson 13. Lesson 13. In this lesson, we are studying compound sentences with coordinating conjunctions. Compound sentences with coordinating conjunction fanboys. Fanboys. Fanboys is an abbreviation of 7 words. The first letter of 7 words. Fanboys. Fan stands for what? F stands for. A stands for and. N stands for nor. B stands for but. O stands for or. Y stands for what? Yet. S stands for so. A compound sentence contains two separate subjects. A compound sentence contains two separate subjects and verb pairs. Two separate subject and verb pairs. A compound sentence contains two separate subject and verb pairs. It means whenever you have a compound sentence, you have two subjects and two verbs. You have two subjects and two verbs. You have two performer and two action. You can combine two simple sentences together with a comma and a coordinating conjunction. With a comma and a coordinating conjunction. We will talk about comma later. And coordinating conjunction, as we said, fanboys. For example, the first coordinating conjunction, as we said, F stands for. I drank some water, for I was thirsty. I drank some water, for I was thirsty. For here is a what is a coordinating conjunction? It is a coordinating conjunction that combine two sentences, two clauses. In compound sentences, we have two independent clauses. I drank some water. It has a complete meaning. It is independent. It doesn't depend on anything. For I was thirsty. I was thirsty is also an independent clause. It doesn't depend on anything. For is a coordinating conjunction that combine two sentences, two independent clauses. How do we know it's a compound sentence? As we said, in compound sentences, we have two subjects and two verbs. I is a subject. Drank is a verb. I is a subject. Was is a verb. Therefore, this is a compound sentence. This contains two independent clauses that are combined by a coordinating conjunction. She put on a sweater. For it was cold outside. Two independent clauses are combined by a coordinating conjunction. Therefore, it is a compound sentence. You might ask, what does for mean? For mean exactly because. For has exactly the same meaning as because. You can say I drank some water because I was thirsty. But when you use because, you have to remove the comma. Comma is not used with because. But when you use for, you have to use comma. For means the exact same thing as because. For means the exact same as because. The only difference is that when you use for to join two sentences together into one compound sentence, you need to use comma. you need to use comma. When you use for, you need to use comma. But when you use because to join two sentences, you don't use comma before it. As I told you, I drank some water for I was thirsty. When you use for, you have to have comma. But when you change for to because, I drank some water because I was thirsty, you don't need comma. More coordinating conjunctions. And is also and coordinating conjunction is used to combine two sentences. He was tired and he had a headache. He was tired and he had a headache. And is what? It is a coordinating conjunction that combine two independent clauses, two sentences, and make a compound sentence, form a compound sentence. One subject, two subjects, one verb, two verbs. Therefore, it is a compound sentence. Nor. Nor. What does nor mean? Nor means also not. Nor mean also not. Also not. For example, she doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter. She doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter. She doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter means she doesn't also eat butter. She doesn't also eat butter. She doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter. Nor does she eat butter. It means she also doesn't eat butter. I can't whistle. I can't whistle. Nor can I sing. Nor can I sing. It means I also cannot sing. I also cannot sing. Nor means also not. Nor require unusual grammar. The first sentence will contain a negative verb. When you have nor, the coordinating conjunction nor, the first sentence always contains not. It means the first sentence is always negative. The first sentence is always negative. The second sentence will contain what looks like an interrogative. What does it mean? Looks like an interrogative. It means looks like a question. Looks like a question. Affirmative verbs form. An auxiliary verb like do, does, did, is, am, are, was, were, or a modal verb can, could, will, would, may, might, must, should, or be main verb is, am, are, was, were, comes after nor. Comes after nor. You have nor and an auxiliary verb or a modal verb or verb to be before the subject. Then you have the subject and then the main verb. Then the main verb. What does it mean? It means the sentence that contains nor is look like a question sentence. It means the auxiliary verb comes before the subject. The auxiliary verb comes before the subject. She doesn't drink milk, nor does she eat butter. It looks like a question. If you remove the nor, does she eat butter? It's a question. Does she eat butter? If you remove nor, does she eat butter? Without the nor, the sentence would be what? The sentence would be a question. He didn't study last night, nor did he read his book. He didn't study last night, nor did he read his book. As we said, when you use coordinating conjunction nor, the first sentence always is negative. The first sentence always contains not. The first sentence always negative. Nor did he read his book. What does it mean? We said nor means also not. He didn't also read his book. He didn't also read his book. He didn't study last night. He didn't also read his book. Or he also didn't read his book. They were not wearing jackets. They were not wearing jackets. The first sentence always negative. Nor were they carrying umbrella. Nor were they carrying umbrella. Interrogative, affirmative form. Interrogative form, question form. Nor were they carrying umbrella. It means they also were not carrying umbrella. They also were not carrying umbrella. But is also an coordinating conjunction. It is an coordinating conjunction that is used to combine two different idea, one positive sentence and one negative sentence. Remember, one positive sentence, one negative sentence. Tom studied a lot, but he didn't pass the test. He didn't pass the test. One positive sentence, one negative sentence. How do you know it is a compound sentence? As we said, we have two subjects and two verbs. And we have the coordinating conjunction but. Tom studied a lot, but he didn't pass the test. We say when use the coordinating conjunction but, we have one positive sentence and one negative sentence. Or is also uncoordinating conjunction. It is also uncoordinating conjunction. It is used for what? For choice. For choice. He can buy the book. He can buy the book or he can borrow it from the library. Here there are two choices. Two choices. He can buy the book or he can borrow it from the library. Two choices. He can buy the book or he can borrow it from the library. Therefore, we have a compound sentences. Or here combined two independent clauses. Do two independent clauses. Here or combined two independent clauses and formed a compound sentence. We have two subjects and two verbs. He can buy the book or he can borrow it from the library. Yet is also uncoordinating conjunction. It means the same as but. Yet means the same thing as but. It has the same meaning as but. It means one positive sentence and one negative sentence. Tom studied a lot. Tom studied a lot, yet he didn't pass the test. Yet has the same meaning as but. Tom studied a lot, but he didn't pass the test. Tom studied a lot, yet he didn't pass the test. Yet he didn't pass the test. So is also uncoordinating conjunction. It shows a result. It shows what? A result. It shows a result or a consequence. Maria was thirsty, so she drank some water. Maria was thirsty, so she drank some water. Maria was thirsty, and the result is she drank some water. Here we have the coordinating conjunction so. It combines two independent clauses and forms a compound sentence. Maria was thirsty. Maria was thirsty, and the result is she drank some water. So she drank some water. It was cold outside. It was cold outside. So she put on a sweater. So she put on a sweater. We have two independent clauses that are combined or joined by a coordinating conjunction so and so here forms a compound sentence. Another way to create a compound sentence is with a semicolon. What is a semicolon? Do you know what's a semicolon? Semicolon is a dot with a comma. A dot with a comma. A dot with a comma, like this. A dot with a comma. Not a common practice. A semicolon is used only where ideas are very closely related. It means you can make a compound sentence with semicolon when the two clauses or the two sentences are very closely related. They have very closely related idea. It means both sentences has a very closely related ideas. For example, they say it is your birthday. They say it is your birthday. Semicolon, it is my birthday too. It is my birthday too. Here we have two independent clauses. We have two sentences. They are combined by what? By a semicolon. They are combined by a semicolon because they have closely related ideas. My birthday, your birthday. My birthday, your birthday. Two independent clauses are joined by a semicolon. Therefore, a semicolon can form a compound sentence. A special use of semicolons. A special use of semicolons with the conjunctive adverbs. With the conjunctive adverbs. Sometimes mistaken for a fanboys, as we talked about. What are fanboys? What are fanboys? Try to remember them. F stands for what? For. A and. N nor. B but. O or. Y yet. A conjunctive adverb actually joins two sentences with a semicolon and has additional punctuation inside the second sentence. It means conjunctive adverbs such as however, furthermore, despite, even though, although, these are conjunctive adverbs. For example, however. However combines two independent clauses, but it has additional punctuation inside the second sentence. For example, whenever we have however in a compound sentence, before the conjunctive adverbs we use semicolon. We use semicolon, a dot and a comma. We use semicolon. And after the conjunctive adverb, we have to use an additional comma to the second sentence. An additional comma to the second sentence. For example, I hate spinach. I hate spinach. However, I love broccoli. I hate spinach. First sentence, first independent clause, semicolon, as I told you before conjunctive adverbs such as however, we use semicolon. Semicolon is used before conjunctive adverbs. Semicolon is used before conjunctive adverbs. And after conjunctive adverbs, a comma is used. An additional comma is used. An additional comma is used. An additional punctuation inside the second sentence. I love broccoli. I hate spinach. However, I love broccoli. This is a compound sentence. Two sentences are joined by a conjunctive adverb. I want to graduate with honor. Furthermore, I want to go to law school. I want to graduate with honors. Furthermore, I want to go to law school. Furthermore is what? Is a conjunctive adverb. Is a conjunctive adverb. Before it we have a semicolon, and after it we have an additional comma. Therefore, furthermore is an conjunctive adverb. It is a conjunctive adverb that is used to combine two independent clauses and forms a compound sentence. I don't want to go out tonight. I don't want to go out tonight. Besides, I have homework to do. Besides, I have homework to do. It is what? It is a conjunctive adverb. It is a conjunctive adverb. We have what? As I told you, we have a semicolon before it and we have a comma after it. Therefore, this conjunctive adverb joins two sentences and forms what? Forms a compound sentence. Some common conjunctive adverbs. You might ask for conjunctive adverbs and ask what are they. For example, example of common conjunctive adverb include accordingly, also, however, furthermore, nevertheless, consequently, finally, likewise, and meanwhile. There are more than this. You can search online and find more conjunctive adverbs. Comma problem. Common problem with compound sentences include comma supplies. There are two comma problems, comma supplies and fused sentences. Comma supplies and fused sentences. A comma alone is not enough to connect two sentences. A comma alone is not enough to connect two sentences. When you have coordinating conjunction such as but, for, and, yet, these coordinating conjunctions, one comma is sufficient for them. One comma is sufficient for them. But whenever you have two independent clauses, you cannot join them by one comma. When both have subjects and verbs. Whenever you have two subjects and two verbs, you cannot combine them by a comma. You have to use semicolon. For example, I was tired from working late. I was tired from working late. I had to go to class anyway. I had to go to class anyway. Here, one subject, one verb, two subjects, two verbs. Here we have two subjects and two verbs. As I told you, whenever you have two subjects and two verbs, one comma is not sufficient. One comma is not sufficient. One comma is not sufficient. You have to use a semicolon. Therefore, this sentence is wrong. This sentence is wrong. I was tired from working late. I was tired from working late. I had to go to class anyway. I had to go to class anyway. I was tired from working. One subject, one verb, two subjects, two verbs. Here we have two subjects and two verbs, two independent clauses. We have to combine them either by a coordinating conjunction with a comma or by semicolon. As we said in the usage of semicolon, semicolon is used to combine two sentences, which can form a compound sentence. Here we have two subjects and two verbs. We can use a semicolon to combine the two sentences. I was tired from working late, but I had to go to class anyway. I was tired from working late, but I had to go to class anyway. Two subjects, two verbs. Two subjects, two verbs. Here we have what? We have a coordinating conjunction but. A coordinating conjunction but. Therefore, here one comma is sufficient. One comma is sufficient. One comma is enough to join these two coordinating conjunctions for joining these two independent clauses because we have a coordinating conjunction. Therefore, one comma is sufficient. Comma problems with compound sentences include fused sentences. Fused sentences. Sentences cannot just run together. Sentences cannot just run together. They must be joined with a semicolon or a coordinating conjunction. It means you are not allowed to write two sentences. It means you are not allowed to write two sentences and to join two sentences together without a comma or a semicolon or a coordinating conjunction. You cannot just write two sentences. For example, I was tired, I had to go to class anyway, without any comma or any semicolon or any coordinating conjunction. For example, my brother just graduated from high school. My brother just graduated from high school. He will attend ST. ST stands for Petersburg College. Petersburg College. My brother just graduated from high school. He will attend Petersburg College. Here, two sentences are run together. Two sentences are run together without any comma or semicolon or coordinating conjunction. Therefore, this is completely wrong because in English language, in English grammar, you are not allowed to run two sentences. If you put a period here and make the he a capital letter, it will be correct, but it is not a compound sentence. It is two independent sentences. It is two independent clauses. The right one is either my brother just graduated from high school, semicolon, which is used to combine two different sentences. He will attend Petersburg College. My brother just graduated from high school. He will attend Petersburg College. You have two independent clauses, and a semicolon. As we said, semicolon is used to join two independent clauses and form a what? Form a compound sentence. Form a compound sentence. Another right answer. My brother just graduated from high school, comma, so he will attend Petersburg College. Here, the two independent clauses are combined by what? By a coordinating conjunction. By a coordinating conjunction. As we said before, coordinating conjunctions, we have to use comma. We have to use comma. Therefore, two sentences cannot run together without semicolon or comma plus coordinating conjunction. To join two independent clauses, you need what? You need a semicolon or a comma plus coordinating conjunction.